Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? How's life treating you, damage? We have stuff to do. Additionally, interestingly, I did get a new awakening gem yesterday, but it's the worst one right now for me, because I got myself new mutant one and I really don't have anybody that I want to give it to. I mean, there's extended Wolverine Weapon X, but no, I'll keep my mutant gems for now, I guess. Kind of wild, but fine. That's, yeah, really the one that I didn't want to. How mutant and skill left, as well as this one. But I'm kind of thinking of giving it to Solvar or Fam. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, mutant gem's good, but I just have all the mutants awakened, so it's not something I currently particularly need. Got one of this. One of this, make things faster, make things fly by. Quickly get the remaining milestones. We're at 18.5 units. Patiently waiting. For the banquet event, of course. Go home. Just go home, buddy. So, how's everybody else today? Has the day started well? And some neat things in Full Titan. Oh, I mean, of course, yeah. I got some of that stuff too. One of the weird things is my null is now 100. Ooh, sorry to hear that. That one. Just awaken. Oh, I actually didn't awaken my Black Panther Silver, so I'm kind of happy I picked him from that. But I would have liked to get some SIGs on him. Black Panther Silver, I got 0 SIGs on. I also didn't awaken my Kindred, which kind of annoys me. But I did get Hood. But now I have both Kindred and Hood unawakened. And I got some extra SIGs on Null, yeah. Null's like 100 now, so I need to think whether I will want to rank him up. But with Imperiosa just arriving, and my recent dupe on Galen, I really don't know. Does the purgatory bug work in Necropolis? I don't know. Haven't tried it. Null's pretty good dual threat. Yeah, Null was always one of those champions I kind of wanted to rank up if he was, you know, relatively decent sig. Oh yeah, there is damage cap in Necro, so that won't happen. Will you get banned if you do one fight? I doubt it. God, high evolution sucks. Actually, I think I need to use some of my Sig Stones now. I need to kind of pick a rank 4. I might rank 4 Prowler, because I got my Prowler at Sig 100, and Prowler's quite high in Sig. Oh shit. Okay, I need to. Oh, you got your Vanguard? Well, congratulations. Well, yeah, Prowler is good against Brit. That's like a fairly significant thing. Oh shit, I completely forgot about that thing. You're so right. I need to figure out how to get that done. No, Hyper aren't really that good for Red Skull. Red Skull's fine. Does Venom the Duck work in Necro? I think he should. There's no good reason why he wouldn't. Look at the 3 mutant sisters. Girl power. Yeah, that's fine. The slime is 17 ain't good. Dancing Blade lately is the epitome of mid as fuck, but does some things very good. Does that make sense to you? It should. But yeah, and we do have a stream later today. Quite important. Okay. Okay. There we go. Full moon's over. For the same reason. A pig and Cassie good. Not the same. For some things, yeah, sure. Some things pig's even better than Spider-Woman. But it depends. Kind of depends. Overall, I'd still say no. There's a reason why Spider-Woman kind of like took over. Because again, Spider-Woman is better on defense than Pig is in general, and also Pig's one of the most annoying things about Pig is that you do want to parry, do the medium like medium, right? Because if opponent is stunned, you have a significantly bigger chance to apply those poppers. So that kind of like makes it harder in some matchups as well. I mean, Pig is still awesome, but Spider-Man is just better. And Cassie, well, with Cassie we just don't have enough kind of like experience yet. No, well, I mean, I haven't been using my Pig much at all. Had I already ranked 4 my Pig, maybe I would have been, but will be my first rank 5 in each class. I don't know yet. But I'm in a high prestige alliance, so prestige definitely gonna play a factor, which I know is something most of you don't want to hear. But you know, mutants, it would probably be Onslaught, most likely. I know it's a boring pick, but you know, he's top 3 champion in the game, and he's top 3 champion in the game, prestige champion, and top 3 champion in the game, period. Cosmic class. Probably do Serpent. If it's like a class-based gem. Okay, check this out now. Mystic class, I do Shatra. Super high prestige and very, very versatile attacker. That's not particularly nuky, so excellent would help. Skill class, I'd probably do Okoye. Science. You got science already? Science, I don't know. Might be photon. Something like that anyways. Yeah, new idol champion being top 20 prestige is a bit surprising, I completely agree. Yeah, I actually missed that That'll Do clips. That's a good clip to play, I like that clip. I still don't have the Ursula. Still missing 2 essences to get Ursula. When I saw the initial abilities and whatnot, I wasn't like super impressed. Now that more information has come out, I think she's better, as she's being like 4 out of 5 defender. She's offensively also not like a slouch. Kind of like her, kind of want her. I'd love to test her out, but I need to wait for that. I did not know that, no. I don't know. That's a big duck? What's a big duck? Where do you see a big duck? I need to make a new meta video today as well. That's the first thing I need to do. Because today BG meta is changing, and also Coliseum is coming today, right? So I actually have quite a lot of things to do. Ain't that right? I think Imperiosa is actually offensively gimped in the next meta, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be harder to get level 3 from wherever she's at. Of course they would put, because, like, here's... Of course they would put her into their decks, especially right now, because if a champion has at least somewhat of a defensive value, the defensive value is at its very peak exactly when the champion gets released. That's because people haven't gotten used to that champion. They don't know exactly the animations. They're not, in general, haven't learned how to fight her the best. And that champion is at its best. Any defender is at its best, just as they are released. Mid my combo? Really? What's up, nice guy? Talking to rank 4 and what about Nimrod and Scorpion? Well, Scorpion, almost certainly yes. I actually made one Cold Zoom video already, but I'll make another. Don't worry about that. Okay, so Scorpion, I think, almost certainly will be rank 4 deserving type of champion. Don't think there's going to be much discussion of that. Nimrod, I would like if I get Nimrod, I'm not taking him to rank 4 immediately. Maybe eventually I would, as and when he becomes useful for like specific things. But he's not the champion that I would immediately take to rank 4 and put in my Battlegrounds deck and stuff. Because he doesn't counter like a good portion of the new champs. But we'll see. Again, that could easily be a meta where he becomes goated and stuff like that. Hulkling. Hulkling's a bit tricky story. I do think we're going to see a lot of rank 4 Hulklings, but again, I would be a bit more hesitant in taking Hulkling to rank 4. Not because I don't think he's a good champion. I obviously think he's a great champion. I don't know how well he's going to work in the current metas and stuff. Because, you know, Valkyrie? Valkyrie's a champion. Well, first of all, Valkyrie is a 200 champion. So that would hold me back initially. Second of all, I think Valkyrie will be good for Alliance War. Or like hazard ship lanes and stuff like that. And I think she's going to be good in like more specific meta type things. Don't know in general how well she would do. Oh yeah, the invade meta. But here's the thing. Like, Valkyrie, Yondu, and Hulkling will be great for the invade meta, right? But that meta is weeks 1 and 2, so that's not the meta that I rank up champions for generally. Because it doesn't matter whether somebody is good. Like, it doesn't matter where you finish week 2. It matters where you finish week 4. So I'd probably take like Yondu to rank 3, you know? Because I have my Yondu still at rank 1. I'll take him to like rank 3 and run him, but I'm probably gonna end up banning him more often than not. Can Valkyrie work against most of the champions? No. Because number one, we do have like quite a lot of champs that are either safeguarded or you don't want to hit in the block at all these days. Like for instance, you know, you have, I don't know, Zola. And she'd be kind of shit against Zola. Not quite kind of shit, but definitely shit. Then you have the Dark Phoenixes and Captain Britons and Scorpions that should be shit against too. So, like, would you be good against Nico? Absolutely not. Your buffs would get like purified, you get poison, passive poisons on you, you get wrecked. Who else do you think she would be like amazing for? Would she be good against Yelena? Don't really think so. Is she good against Bullseye? Nope. Can you see where I'm coming from? Because remember, Valkyrie hitting in the block exclusively is also a fairly slow playstyle. You do want to have like the mixtures. You want to be hitting like them with the basics, and then you know so. I don't know. Is the answer. I don't know how well she would do. Same with Hulkling. Hulkling special to double fury into a relic could kill most things. Absolutely agree. Except you're gonna be having a very shitty and hard time doing that to Zola, for instance. You'd have a very shitty and hard time doing that to Captain Britain. You'd have a very shitty and hard time doing it to Dark Phoenix and to Serpent. And I don't think you would be able to run through, let's say, Deathless Thanos because of the immortality, the protections that he gets. You'd be having a shit time doing that too. You know, obviously, Mystic Defenders like Nico, you couldn't do that at all, too, because you'd be dead. So like, if we look at the kind of defensive list, you know, at Tomb, obviously you're taking damage back anyways. Then there's champions like Nico, Ranger Destroyer, that you can do that too, because, okay, that's class disadvantage, but fine. Move on. Gentle. I don't know how well you do against Gentle. You probably fine. Captain Britain, absolutely not. Mr. Sinister, you can probably nuke. Dust, you can't really hit the block, so that kind of sucks for you. Photon, you'd probably nuke. Spider-Woman, again, you have nothing for that away, and I don't know how well that will work out for you. Thing, obviously you can't nuke. Serpentanas, Dark Phoenix, not really that great for. Zola, it would kind of suck. Against Sentinel, it wouldn't be the best strategy still. Red Skull, you don't want to hit the block, so you're going to be taking the damage. There will be limitations. So obviously, you know, what he kills, he will be able to nuke and kill fast. But he certainly has lost, you know, that aura that he had, both defensively and offensively, because we have way more capable Mystic offensive champions now, and there's significant amount of defenders that he can't do. Like, the way I'd look at Hulkling is more similar to the way I look at Hull, with slightly different matchups. You know what I mean? Not the way I used to. So I think the best champion in the box, I think, by far is Scorpion. Rank 3 and 4 in Solar Realm also for Bunker. Yeah, I think you can expect some of that. Yeah, we're talking about Hulkling. And Valkyrie before that. He might stall sometimes on defense, but again, nowhere near as much, because first of all, because of Serpent and Dark Phoenix, everybody's running a plethora of Mystic champions nowadays, always without fail. So the likelihood of having a good counter to Hulkling is bigger than it has ever been, really. The other thing is, there are plenty of random class champions that would just run through Hulkling now, like Crossbones can destroy Hulkling for sure easily. Okoye can destroy Hulkling without much of an issue. You know, I bet Spider-Woman would destroy the Hulkling as well. I'd be willing to bet that. No, we're not going to talk about Venom. That would definitely destroy Hulkling. I'm sure Thanos would do just fine against Hulkling too. I'm sure Carolina Dean would nuke that without much of an issue, especially with that Lance protecting her. And again, that's not even looking at the Mystic champions, you know. Thing like, hey, welcome to Stream Ranty. Oh yeah, I have the same thought about Hercules. Like, the reason why Kabam doesn't want to release Hercules is not because of BGs. I would think not. Anyways, the reason why Kabam doesn't want to release Hercules is because what he does to kind of like average and below average skill player in general content. Because, you know, you can still just revive Fiesta through like just about any piece of content with Hercules, or a ton of content with Hercules, and it makes it immediately so much more accessible. It's one thing if you use, for instance, you know, Onslaught and do well in a fight, or it's one thing if you use, I don't know, Lumitrix or something and do well in a fight, and it's a completely different thing in eyes of Kabam if you just kind of like get hit in the face, become immortal, and just like smack everybody with Hercules, you know. Because that's the type thing they hate, because you're not, you know, reviving up the champions, you're not bothering, you're not learning, you're not reading the nodes, you're just kind of bleh. That's the fear of Hercules, not that you'd have like a massive endgame impact. Because even, you know, when BGs just started and Sunstar rank 3s were barely a thing, Hercules was present, but Hercules by far was not like the biggest threat. You know, in Battlegrounds type content, you know, Galen and Halkling and, you know, a ton of different champions were just significantly better than Hercules was. Like, you know, Kingpins and whatnot. Whilst Hercules could do things, there was limitations to that. Because you needed to get like your charges quick. If you want to do that, you need to do a whole bunch of intercepts, and you could often mess that up. And still, in essence, he's a ramp-up type champion. And he wasn't bad for Battlegrounds by any means, but he wasn't like that. Which item has highest prestige? Highest prestige in the game is High Evolutionary. But yeah, no. So it's gonna be interesting to see like what Valkyrie does, what Nimrod does, what Halkling does. Because again, I love all those champions, but I do have my reservations, and we'll see how they live in the new metas. Because from my point of view right now, I don't expect them to be the champions they used to be. I expect them more to be the role players, not the stars. Where, you know, it's very good to have those champions that definitely have their uses and all that stuff. But it's not something that you'd kind of like run every day. And science rank for gem, I put in high Evo or wait for Scorp. Science as well. Well, here's the thing, Wards. Do you care for prestige? High Evo is the highest prestige champion in the game. High Evo is a fairly shit champion. He's a good defender in this meta, but overall he's above average defender. He's like the shittiest 5 out of 5 defender in the game. And he's garbage on attack. He really is. So what do you want? Do you want prestige or do you want kind of like playability? Let's see what BG value. Again, he's got BG value in a similar degree than somebody like Modok, or I don't know, in Antwisted degree right now, where he's a meta merchant defender. There will be metas where he is hard and where he's a problem. Like this meta is kind of a problem. In this meta, you don't really, you know, want to run into him without like a Khal or Starkey or a Koya, or you can have a very bad time. But overall, he's fairly easy. Someone saying I'll try to go over these questions as I can. Is X23 worth rank 4? No. Especially not for you. X23 optimistically barely scrapes top 10 mutants. So far from what I have seen, I would rank Onslaught, Jean Grey, Sinister, Gentle, Dasta, Cassandra above him for sure, above her for sure. And then we could debate about a few others, like Havoc or something. So no, I would not put that. Because again, the thing with X23 is like 0 defensive value. She's exclusively offensive. Oh, Britain obviously is higher too, yeah. So because X23 is no defensive value. She's not that much damage. And yeah, so, you know, for instance, I still have a hard time, but like, Deadpool X-Force I think is just better, right? And it's not like everybody's always running Deadpool X-Force. So yeah, so Extended 3 I don't think is ranked 4 worthy. I think the Extended 3 is cool buff, I think it's fun. I just don't think, she's definitely not, again, maybe I'd rank her up eventually if there's a specific need for like passive bleeds or a ton of bleeds or something. But it's not something that I have an Extended 3 I'm gonna rank for her. I'd probably rank 3 her because I like her. How about between Abs and Kingpin? Between Abs and Kingpin, I think Kingpin fits in the game better right now. I think I think Abs fits in the game better right now. I think Abs is going to be a very serviceable champ against, Dark Phoenix, and very serviceable against just about all the Cosmics right now, which is good. But on a personal note, I am picking Kingpin due to 3 reasons. Number 1, I just love Kingpin, one of my all-time favorite champions. Number 2, number 2, oh crap. Number 2, I think skill class needs kind of more help than the Mystic class. Because Mystic class is quite jacked right now. And I think Mystics are kind of oppressing the Cosmic defense right now. Cosmic defense are becoming a liability. And I kind of want a skill champ more. But you have an argument that a lot of mutants have made KP worth less. We'll see about that. I think the more wise option is Abs, but I like Kingpin. I have a gut feeling about Kingpin. I also don't think my Mystic class particularly needs much help right now, in between like Nico and Pavitra being recently ranked and having ranked for Kushala, Shot, or Tigra. I think my Mystic class is kind of set. If I can get both, I obviously would love both, but I want to pick Kingpin first. But I think for most people, you probably want to go with Abs. The brain says Abs. Summer supposed to be chill months, not grind arena months. Well, I need the units. So is Quake and Magic dead now? Well, the thing with Quake and Magic is both of them are going to become skinwalkers. Effectively, Kabam's going to release brand new champions that will be called Magic and Quake. And that's it. Like, Magic is getting a brand new kit. So we're going to get a 7-star Magic. It's just not going to be our Magic. It's just going to be Kabam's re-envisioning of Magic. And the same thing with Quake. They're never coming to the game as champions that they currently are in the game as 7 stars. Does that make sense? Because again, Kabam already announced that early next year, or whenever we're getting Magic in the Radiant store, we're going to be purchasing in parts and stuff like that, but it's going to be brand new rework Magic. Which are we hating on? We're not hating on any champion. Yeah, out of all the box champions, I think Scorpion has by far the best chance of being Meta Relevant champion. Sorry, there's still comments. I can't read all of you guys. I try, but you guys are asking good questions. Are you getting info regarding milestones today? Hopefully, yeah. Mystic defense champions have, like, there are 2 relevant Mystic defenders. There's Nico that's relevant in defense and Kindred. That's it. Nothing else, really. I mean, absolutely. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't care, to be honest. At this point, like, it makes no real difference to me. Quake's a 5-star, I haven't used Quake in years for anything meaningful, so they can kind of do it. I mean, Kabam did what they wanted, they killed off Quake. That's always the most effective way to nerf a champion, is not make it available at the current rarity. And that's what Kabam successfully has done. Kabam has killed off Quake, so, they can, as far as I'm concerned, they can kind of do whatever they want to then. Because, worst case scenario, new Quake will suck and I'm not gonna like it, and I'm gonna not use my Quake for anything which I have been doing so far, so nothing changes to me. Best case scenario, they make Quake good, and Quake is, you know, a champion that I like, and we get a good champion in the game. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's like, let them rip off the skin of Quake and Magic, put them on new champions, and again, worst case scenario, nothing's gonna change for me. Best case scenario, we're gonna get a good champion. Thank you, Kyler Warlock. You look smart enough. Appreciate that. Here she comes. I wasn't hating, I was discussing the pros and cons. Like, you know, abs and kingpin discussion. I wasn't hating on either champion. You just like to say that I'm hating on things because you're projecting. Or you use it as some sort of fuel for you. When in reality, trying to give my undivided attention to a matter that needs addressing. Censor Ghost never entered into MCC. I think if Censor Ghost enters into... Maybe on the Ghost, but I think when it comes to Kitty Pryde, Ghost, Hercules, Quake, it is the same kind of decree as with Magic. If you're gonna get them as 7 stars, then it's gonna be a reworked version of those champions. Archangel, I can see Archangel entering the game. I don't think he would be like as detrimental. That was before the Abs Kingpin discussion, but that was a nice shot. Again, it wasn't hating. Like, first of all, it's not hating if it's true. Second of all, that was like my best attempt at objective analysis. Like, if I have 6 people standing, you know, before me, I need to rank them, you know, based on their height. And I do. That's not hating, it's just acknowledging reality. Jogging. Thanks for reading my chat. You're welcome. I try to read all of them. You're all getting a little defensive. Then language to give you in the safe space. You don't have to accommodate my needs. I am here to make you feel better about yourself, so you do you.
Shut up and take my money!
Round it up $5. I want 7 buffed up to mom.
Oh, I love that too. Very nice. And thank you, Round It Up. How do you like Imperiosa? Haven't had a chance yet to play with her. But what are your initial opinions of Imperiosa? I have a fairly kind of decently high opinion of her so far. So it seems like abs takes in 1 or 2 days. Care to help me out a bit? How can I help you out a bit? Sith Supreme. Because, well, we can't know for sure. Because nobody's gone out done the tests with the 7 stars yet. But sure. Crystal Walton wanted to ask this important question. How the fuck do we get one second, where's that chat? Polygon shards for that Polygon crystal they have been giving us that. I never received it yet. I don't know. Sorry. I'm so hyped. But that's a change to buff Dormammu. Well, buff Dormammu would be cool. I actually kind of liked Dormammu initially. That's abs. I mean, like, I can kind of like him at. We would have to do the sheet. Probably. Fine, I guess. What are the other nodes? It's hazard shift and what else, Spectrum? On the node 10. On AGS, I got another skill. I got call from the comment. Now I'm farming that. Need that cosmic. Oh, you're buying the thingies? So you can farm enough of them? Because you only get like, what, 7 or 8 of those. Yeah. But I got another mutant awakening gem that I did not need. Now I'm not going to be able to get rid of the mutant awakening gems. Fair enough. You do you so hard. Any chance in video on Sensor rank 5s? You mean which ones I would rank up? Yeah. There is a chance of that video. There's a very good chance of that video coming by the time you will be able to do a rank 5. How about that? Unless you're planning on whaling massively immediately as soon as bucket starts. But we'll see. Well, thank you. Oh, come on. No, it is a decently good video for sure. Yeah, Event Quest is starting at some point soon, isn't it? Oh, Event Quest starting today, isn't it? This is another thing to do. Jeez, I'm gonna have so much to do. Okay, okay, Sith Supreme. Okay. Let's go to the sheet, I guess. Let's get the next milestone at least. Before I start cheating out. And Arena with Recall Master is so much better. Did I use Sensor Iceman and BGs? No. Well. Sig 200 rank 4. Fair enough, yeah. I think you can do fine some things with him. He can also catch people on defense, especially in nuclear metas. But unless you have gone like all the way with him. Which I don't think is necessarily the best call either. I know Nice Guys here. He has a rank 4 Sig 200 Iceman and he loves his. But in general, I do not think that's kind of like the optimal use. I have an Iceman Awakened, Sensor rank 1, 2, and or rank 2, I don't know. But I don't have like a magical desire to go all in on him. Kadinsky. Discord. Polygon Power Shield. Okay. Direct messages? Or where do you send them? And 2 screenshots on Discord. I thought it's crystal opening. In which channel do you send them? Like, cause pedigrees. I don't see it. Yeah, I will be. Yeah, I will be streaming that. Okay. Gotta miss a good tour. How good rank 4 SIG 200 reward nowadays? Anybody get a clue? Rank 4 SIG 200 reward nowadays, I still think is fine. Like, I wanted to rank up my void for so long and invest in him. Let's see a crystal opening zone. Okay, one sec. Right now I have just recently gotten him and awakened him. I don't think I'm prepared to give 206 into him. Even though I do think there's still value in him. I'd still put him in top 10 science gems for sure. I think with Void I am kind of in a similar place like I am with Hood. But I really wanted those champions. I like them. I think they are underrated today. And it would have been cool to have them. But I think now with the prestige change, with all the other champions existing in the game, it's hard to see me kind of fully committing to them. He's got Imperiosa. Nice. Congratulations. Hopefully soon will get one. I mean, I know I will. Just need to fit. Raids is coming soon, right? I think that should give us 1 essence. And then... well, if I finish C5 this season. But, well, the season just started, so... Yeah, I always like Killmonger. I wish he was always slightly better on attack. That's really it. And I wish he had that Winter Soldier synergy in his base kit. Okay, I'm going to take a look in a second now. Oh wait, still need to finish this fight. Right. Try and find it. Is it an MCOC server? Okay, MCOC crystal opening zone. So, Malcolms are champions. Updates, discussions, MCOC memes, screenshots. I don't see a crystal openings thing either. Maybe just dump. It's just the one screenshots. Crystal pulls and brags. Yeah. Alright. Anyways. Send in general. Are you sure about that? Alright, now Sith Supreme, you still here, buddy? Still listening? You can just tell us at this point. So let's take a look. Because I'm sure this is going to come up anyways. So. Let's go with King. Kingpin. Kingpin. Scale. Used to be medium. Now it's small defensive use. Probably. Alright, is he a good bullseye counter? No. I would guess no. On equal ranks, that would definitely be a no. Yelan, is he gonna be a good Yelan counter? No. Is he gonna be a good Lumitrix? Can he do Lumitrix? Fine. I'd bet yes. Can he do Tuma? Fine. No, not really. Not really, no. Korg. Yeah, he does Korg very well, actually. Nick Fury. Somewhat. It's too slow. In general, Matt, it's too slow. He used to be. Enchantress. I'm sure he's gonna be fine against Enchantress. There's nothing really stopping him from that. Kindred. Yes, he can do Kindred typically fine. This. No. I would go with no. Yeah, I guess no. Rintra. No. Destroyer. Yeah, for most part, you'd be fine. Onslaught. Is he a good Onslaught counter? Would he be a good Onslaught counter? I guess the no. Gene. Don't think so. Domino is a no. Gentle. I'm sure he'd do fine against Gentle, actually. Captain Britain would be no. The Sinister would be a no. Dust would be a no. Photon is a nuke. Spider-Woman would be a nuke for sure. MODOK would be a yes. High Evolutionary, I bet it will be just fine. Thing is always a yes. Serpent. Eagle ranks at. Will I marry you? I'm already married, buddy. Married this summer. Serpent, I think it's gonna be somewhat decent. Because you can eat up the fears to have a bit more damage, you can have willpower healing, you can be reducing his damage a lot. And you have increased combat power rate with Degens working. I'm gonna put it as somewhat. Thanos is also, he'll do it, it's just not gonna be fast. This one I'd go with no, probably. Medusa is, yeah, sure, you can do that, fine. No, it's, yeah, sure, you can do that, fine. Maestro, if I remember correctly, you could do it basically fine, because you have increased combat power rate and you can just kind of like go for your level 2s. So that isn't that much of an issue. This matchup I don't know, I have not tried. Thank you, Hydra Warlock. So Zola, I would leave it somewhat. But I'm absolutely not sure. I think Sentinel similarly. I think it'd be slow, but you'd eventually get it down. Red Skull would be somewhat as well. I think it'd be kind of slow. Can you show your biceps? What kind of question is that? I have a feeling you go to gym. I do go to the gym, but I have been a bit lazy recently. Well, Mr. Sinister and Anti-Venom was my first Sinister Champions on free-play account. That's awesome, those are very good ones. Shocker is definitely going to be a yes. Pam. Penny Parker. He did Penny Parker fine. And I have no idea. I guess I'm gonna have to go no, but I don't know. So Kingpin is not looking up too great, to be honest. 23 with somewhat decent and 17 with that. It's not bad though. It's still like better than Chilt and stuff, and Nick and Loom, and not maybe as good as Loom. Let's go with Abs. Oh, we already have Abs. Abs doing better. Abs is 28 with the somewhat decent. Kingpin is 23. Would you read last, please? I will try. Nuke Sentinel because of Sentinels. Oh, shit, yes. That's good catch. Sentinel would be a nuke because of that. Completely agree with that. Stop hulkling. Hey. We did this one because in your sit house, but generally, whoever is the Gulag Master at the end of the stream gets to pick the champion that gets added. My brother in India. Thank you. I just pulled Mr. Sincere and I have a person. Okay, what was I meant to do? Yeah, that's why I brought someone decent. I still need to check because he has level 2 unstoppable and unstoppable on heavy. That should almost certainly help against Zola, but whether you would be fast enough and stuff, I still don't know. Got Arcade Khan and Jana from the Sensor Nexus. Alright, who'd you pick? Usually I'm happy. Okay. 6 Valin next is good. 2 7s on next.
Shut up and take my money.
6 Valin next is good. 2 7s on next.
At Kudinsky 2320 New Zealand dollars.
Oh,
6
awesome,
Val
buddy.
Nexus got 2 7 Nexus New Arcade and Carnage. Just hoping 2 Val Nexus got 7 Nexus. Awakened my Adam.
I mean, that is crazy good, man. That is crazy good. I don't think I have ever gotten that lucky with like some Valiants. And we're gonna get you there with what I believe is approximately 12. Is it? You can now pick a champion that gets added to the spreadsheet at the end of the stream, by the way. This is all in your hands. Or in Caroline Color Imperiosa. I would go with Carolina. I think Carolina is up here. Compared to Cal. Imperiosa, I think, is gonna end up being somewhere in the middle of both of them. But I don't know enough about Imperiosa. Playing body parts would feel weird. And the matchup advantage, I'm sure because yeah, Abs does have the matchup advantage. But like again, like for me, I mean, like I just feel like my mutant loss is so much more stacked that I'd rather get another skill. But we'll see, you know, how good or bad he is. I do like him a lot though. I think I'm gonna try and go there to deny it. Someone really still survived? Really? What's wrong with you? Sorry for that. That's all right, don't worry.
Take my money.
Don't you worry.
2310 New Zealand dollars. Sorry for the hassle.
But that is damn crazy though. That is a crazy amount of luck there, man. I don't even have a sense of carnage as well. But yeah, you can pick a champion to get added to the sheet now. Should you choose? At the moment, take a look. Which class are you thinking of? Elendine, Thanos, Silver Surfer, Scream, and Zach, Vox, Venom, Shocker, Prowler, Bastion, Red Skull, Sentinel, Jack-O-Lantern, DPX, Onslaught, Mr. Sinister, Jean Grey, Kingpin, Shield, Nick Fury, Lumitrix, Bloodstone, Yelena, Okoye, Pig, Spider-Man, Human. Not many science champions. A whole bunch of mystic ones. Scorpion. Well, alright then. Okay guys, before I forget, what videos I need to make today? Let's note it down. I need to make part 2 2025 Champions Ranked. That has to happen. I need to make BG meta MVP, at least one Coliseum video, one. What else do I need to do? I don't want to make an X23 video, but I can also do it. Can't make Imperioso video yet. I think that'll do for now. Do it whatever we want this. What do you think happens when we die? I don't know. And I'm not in a rush to find out. But you shouldn't think about it. At all. Again, regardless of what happens, I can't really change that. Outside of potentially living, you know, my best life and doing well in the world. So I think that is kind of the thing that you need to take away from it all. It doesn't really matter what happens when we die. What matters is what you do now. And, you know, what happens will happen. Live a good life. Product 3 video, no? Sure. Maybe a quickie one. And our close friends and family miss us. Yeah. Hello from the future. Who is in the future? What's up, Shadow Monarch MCOC? I need to read this. What shampoo did I use? I don't have like a particular brand of shampoo. Ever since my hair started thinning out, I do try to use some caffeine-based shampoos. Oh wait, in Turkey I bought a snake oil shampoo. It's quite literally snake oil shampoo. But it's kind of, you know, whatever. Anyway, come back as MCOC game developers. That's why they have such a high turnaround, right? Right, K-Dog? Oh, it's 2 minutes to Thursday. God damn, you're ahead of me. Just to pick from supply drop, assuming you don't have any of the 6. You can't pick. Oh, pick. Sentinel probably. Most likely Sentinel. I picked like Medusa to awaken and kind of like going initially on. And Medusa's been fine. I have used her here and there, but I think it's hard to deny that Sentinel has overall been more useful. I think out of that bunch. Oh, there's still the Deadpool X-Force. I'd look at which class you kind of and look at which class you do better in. I think Sentinel and Deadpool X-Force are the two best champions. If you're a Sentinel, will you choose his dupe or a new Medusa? It depends how desperately I want to rank up the Sentinel. Quite simple. Because in general, it's almost always better to have the new champion. Because it, you know, you can always either pull the champion for a dupe or give an awakening gem that gives you like another avenue of working with that champion later. But there's nothing you can do if you don't have a champion. So unless I want to rank up Sentinel right now for something very specific, I'd pick the Medusa. Does that make sense? That's kind of like in general also how I often do a lot of things in the game. Like if I have a use for something right now, then I rank up the champion. If I don't have a purpose or use for that champion, I don't like. I wanted Scream very badly, for instance. And I thought Scream's awesome and fun champion. And then eventually I pulled Scream. And I still haven't had like a great reason to rank up Scream, so my Scream's not ranked. I get Twitch drops, link about my account to Twitch and see how. Yes, basically. But now in this month, it's any MCOC related content live stream. Yeah, Kadinsky DPX is probably the right call. I have Deadpool X, Force Awakened, Black Panther Silver Awakened right now. I don't have Sentinel, but my Purgatory is also unawakened, so I don't know. Will I pick a dupe on Purgatory or will I pick a new Sentry? So we'll see. DPX is a very, very good picture. DPX top 2 for sure. In between DPX and Sentinel, if you don't have any of that stuff. As I can tell. No, I got the... It was some other random stuff, but I do have Black Panther Silver dupe now. Oh, that stream? No, it's just like an extra December stream. I think they're doing it because of the Coliseum. Yeah, the BG method's changing soon. You recognize? Thank you. I also got Hood from the compensation yesterday. I believe bad people deserve to go to heaven. This role is forced upon them. Maybe. Not necessarily the way I think, but sure, maybe. I don't have any some sort of universal level of judgment degree. So, not up to me to decide who deserves what. A bird suit, nice. Congratulations. How old are you turning? 27? Yesterday. Ooh, 90 units. Nice. No, 0 units. Not nice. 75 units. Dude, we cooking. Nah. 25. Good on you, lads. Ugh. Alright, so. Look at that. 18,800 units now. And there's a cosmic invasion thingy. And there's like a profile picture. Yeah, why not? There's like nothing in this thing, is there? 2 tier 6 CCs and some volume Nexus crystals. I don't have what to open right now, I think. I'll leave that there. MS 100k units in bank. Hey, good on you. If you have 100k units, go for it. If you have a lot of money and you want to, and you can afford it, go for it. Happy for you. Let's take a look at this then, shall we? Puncher and Lapton are the only 6 champions I'm missing. Hopefully Puncher, you can pull him during Banquet. Best of luck, buddy. How hard are you gonna go in Banquet, man? Science, medium defensive value, I would say. Face special. Formula only. Thekiryu will crash calls even though don't fix it. Yeah. Punch and milestones. Fair enough. I think abs or goat pin. I'm taking goat pin. Bullseye will be a no. Yelena is pro. Can Scorpion do Yelena? Has anybody seen evidence to the contrary? I don't think so, because 1 second. Let me double check something on Yelena. Info. Nothing against commercial passive. Endurance. Use non-damaging debuffs. I actually think he can somewhat do that. Similar to Spider-Woman. I don't know though. Do you think I somewhat get that done? Oh yes. Is it a yes or a somewhat? Lumatrix. You're gonna need to update the defender list soon. The thing with Lumatrix is I don't think you can. No, or somewhat at best. Because you can't punish his specials. And that means you slow down. And when you slow down, you kind of screw the score. I think Yelena is probably fine. I don't think Lumatrix is. I think it's somewhat at best, but I think realistically it's no. Somewhat at best here. Here, I can give it a yes for now. Provisionally, we'll see how it happens. Atuma is a somewhat. We have seen that matchup in past. Korg is very nasty. In general, I'd say no. You'd have to be extremely skilled to get that done. Nick Fury is generally a bit too slow, on the slower side. Top 600 is going to push people to spend more because, yeah, it's going to be quite crazy. For sure. So that's I'm leaving there. Enchanter is going to be a yes. This is going to be a yes. Nico is going to be a yes. Ranger is going to be a yes. Destroyer is going to be a yes. Do we would this be sub 40? I think he can nuke Hindi, and I think he can nuke Nico. Nico is fairly low health pool. I know he can nuke this because you need to get rid of the spells, but that's how I characterize it. I think, can you do Onslaught? I think you can do Onslaught. Big on the Rapture. I think you can do Gene. Domino is somewhat at best. No, you have too much shit to fail. Gentle, I think is a yes. It should be fine. Captain Britain. I think we need to see how well his regen covers the neuroshock damage. I think somewhat is a reasonable place where to put it right now. I'm not saying no, I'm not saying yes. I would need to see more. In theory, to be able to regen some back, right? From the Captain Britain. So maybe. Bye bye the Safeguard too. The Sinster. It can be better than somewhat. No, it's I'm gonna put a no in there. One level 1, you're done. Level 2 still fucks you over. Because yeah, level 2 is bad for you. Level 1's bad for you. I really don't want to do this. This I think you can do fine. There's no real major issue. Photon. It's either yes or somewhat. I'm not entirely sure. Can explode Purgatory? I don't know. Give it a go. See what happens. Let us know, Apostle. Actually, Photon. It's either somewhat or yes. Spider-Woman. I'm gonna go with somewhat. Yeah. I wrote no on Sinister. MODOK, I think it's fine. There's no massive reason not to do it. High Evolutionary. Medium, light, medium, combos. I think you can do it. Thing, you definitely can. Serpent, I'd go with somewhat. I don't think it's super fast. This, again, I don't think it'd be super fast, but I think it could do it. I think Dark Phoenix is going to be fine against Medusa. I'd put in somewhat because you really can't play free afterwards there. Nova is going to be a yes. Maestro is going to be a no. Zola. Okay, so the last bit. The tech one's kind of trickier. Zola, I don't think so. There's no healing to be taken there. Yes, you can. Maybe. Can he punish the heavy? Somebody... I do have a recall on, but... That's it. Oh, that's awesome, Kadinsky. Did not know that. Wait, is Senior Kadinsky your dad? Hey. Nope. Or was it just your alt? Because it was Senor Kadinsky or something like that. Scorpy boy. Never ranked up my 5-star Scorpy? Nope. That's fine. We basically just need to test whether you can anyway. The family must be quite... Oh, I got a few alts, fair enough. Okay, so I'm gonna take it as you can't punish the Hemi. There's not Hemi punish that involved. I don't know. I'm gonna write a note there. Somebody can correct me afterwards. Sentinel, yeah, you can do, sure. Red Skull is somewhat, because it's messy after his specials, you can't really punish that. I'm sure you can do this just fine. Shocker, I'm sure you can do just fine. Does Leader need to be awakened? No. Daisy. Like, Leader needs to be awakened to do better in, like, a generic fight, to have his, like, Furies have a timer on them and stuff like that. But Leader is so shit in a generic fight, it never once in a history of ever has mattered. Because Leader only works when he reverses the regen or power, right? Or he gets like some extra damage. And he doesn't need awakening ability for that. So this I think is fine. Because Coliseum, there is no calendar. There's no AQ this week because Coliseum is starting today. Penny Parker is somewhat. I don't think it's great. I think he can kind of get it done. That's actually very good. 30. That's a very high score. That's a very good score for Scorpion. I'm gonna ban because Kabam detection system only shows the billion damage. Okay, he's modding. Oof! The plot thickens. Tell me more. Tell me more. Maximax. Might need to make that video first. There will be a 7-day calendar for Glorious Guardians, and you'll be able to select any one of the 6 Glorious Guardians for free this month. That is true. Nice guy ain't bullshitting here. It's good for Vanguard in raids. Master grades Vanguard. Oh, this is the Anti-Venom's insane for it. Luke Cage is great. Anti-Venom's insane, buddy. Yeah. Luke Cage is also very, very good. Quite sure Hulk's nice. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't think so, because the power sting stuff is not really potent. Anyways, I think that's it for now, right? Have some videos to make. A Twitch thing to look at.
Shut up and take my money.
Can you
At
rate?
Kudinsky 23 2 New Zealand dollars. Can you rate my top 4 in profile Kudinsky 24?
Zelensky 24. First of all, only thing that I'm legally allowed to say about Bastion is that he's a good AW champion. So it's not a champion to my own heart. Doesn't gently rock my boat. So that would be a papa to me. Photon, I love, one of my all-time favorite champions. Love Photon a lot. Storm Pyramid X, not my cup of tea either. I wish she was better. I really would have liked to like her if she had a better crit rate and slightly bigger health pool. As it stands, I think OG Storm is better, personally. But, you know, fair enough. And Viv I can completely get. I think if you like Viv Vision, go all in on her and she's gonna do cool things. There you go. But for OG Storm, yeah, I did too. But there you go. That's what I think it's tough for. I do like that you're ranking up different champions though, and seeking up different champions. I think you know, if you're not playing the game super competitively, that is by far the best way to play. Like more kind of like unseen champions. So there you go. Stop Ankit. Bye Ankit. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So